What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the show, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the last week. Today, my day started in Missouri, and now I'm back in California, but it's been such a busy week with topics that I still had to come in, get this filmed so we could have it posted on time. So let's jump into this week's topics. Starting off small, we've got a release from CCHand that was on the RC4Wheel Drive website. And this is a small injection molded speaker box looking scale accessory with some photo etched metal that kind of goes over the top to give it a more realistic appearance. And it's kind of cool. The more comical thing was that when they initially listed it, it was for $233 or something like that, which I think was just a misprint because it was supposed to be $23. But people saw it initially and kind of, were questioning what in the world was happening there. But $23 was the actual price, and that got corrected fairly soon. It's kind of cool to have a speaker box looking thing, but there has been some really cool actual functional speaker boxes made before by other companies, and I think if I was going to put a speaker box in the back of something, I would rather make it function. Still cool if you're just trying to go for the look though. But then we jump into some exciting topics. Last week, Horizon's HCP event, which is their Horizon Certified Partner event for some of their top dealers, was held in Champaign, Illinois. And I was there as an exhibitor with Vanquish Products. But the cool thing about that event was that the actual unveiling of the ARRMA Infraction and ARRMA Limitless happened at the event. We got to see them firsthand right away as they were rolling out. When I first saw that ARRMA Infraction, which is the truck looking one that's very similar looking to like the Huna truck, which when I was talking to the people from Horizon that were talking about the project, with ARRMA, they said that this project was actually underway before the Huna truck was unveiled, and I can believe it. The truck body that they have picked is very similar to the Outcast body that I've got on my other ARRMA, so I could see how they would have scaled that to fit that thing, and it's just a cool platform in general. But it's obvious that there's also some strong inspiration taken from there, as the tires on these vehicles are called the Hoons. So I don't think that there's any mistaking that they, even if they were working on it before, there was some inspiration to be had. But regardless, I was super stoked about the release of that Infraction in particular. And the lucky thing is that on Friday, RC Fest happens, and that's just outside of Champaign, and that's Horizon's event. And they had a big tent set up there with all the vendors and things like that, and Horizon had a bunch of things in there that they were setting up for sale. And they happened to have some Infractions for sale. So I scooped one up right away. Retail on them is $5.99. They were selling them there for $6.50, but I think that was probably just including the tax and things like that. But I was pretty happy to just be able to, swipe that thing up quick before they're actually available in July. A lot of dealers got them early to have them on the counter and display, but actual release is sometime in July. The difference between the Limitless and the Infraction is basically the Limitless is a roller only, no electronics. So you add your own. That's specifically for the guys that are trying to do some top speed type runs. And I may have to pick that one up as well, just because it's equally as cool. So for now, I've got the Infraction. Later, I'll probably add the Limitless and try and do something stupid. If you haven't seen either of those yet though, I'll put the links in the description below. You can go check those out. There was more exciting releases that we saw at the HCP event as well. Element was there, and those guys released the Builder's Kit version of the Element Enduro. So for you builders, you've got another option right on the heels of the Ready to Run. Even before the Ready to Run's available, the kit version is out. They didn't space it out or anything like that. If you'd rather have one versus the other, it's there now. You can pick it up. This one has some included upgrades in the box, like all metal transmission gears and multiple links for the different wheelbases. A nice platform if you're looking for a builder's kit. Not at the event, but something we touched on before that was officially released was the SSD builder's kit. This one, again, did turn out just to be basically an SCX-10 chassis. So kind of the older style chassis with the plastic axles and a scale looking transmission with a motor cover over it. I think the biggest gripe at this point though is how far back that scale engine is. It's basically going to be in the cab area of most popular bodies. So it seems like that's a little off, but the price came in right around where we were thinking at $450. For $450, that is a builder's kit, and it doesn't include wheels, tires, bumpers, or body. Some of the other items that we did see released at the HCP event were Pitbull released some new shocks. They're Kronik shocks. The versions that I saw there were 100 millimeters long. I think that there's other sizes as well, but I didn't see for sure. These have 4 seals in them. These are a licensed shock by BDS, I believe. It's got metal pivots at both ends of the shock. It's got a dual spring setup and a single spring setup, I believe, included, and it looks like the retail on these is going to be $89.99 a pair. And then the last of the new releases at the HCP event were some tiny military tires from Pitbull. These are a 1.9 by I think somewhere around 3.5 or 3.6 inches tall. Super tiny scale military tire, super narrow as well. These things look kind of cool if you're going for a very specific build with that style in mind. I believe that these are going to be available soon, but I didn't catch the official name, so hopefully I can find it while I'm editing this and I can put it in the title and the description below. After the HCP and RC Fest, jumped in the car and drove over to Lebanon, Ohio for the K&K TTC 6. This was an awesome event. Bunch of people turned out, great courses. I didn't have a chance to shoot any video while I was there though. At the event, the release of the Vanquish VS410 Pro with the Origin half cab body was announced. The teaser last week from Scale Builders Guild was the VFD transmission that is included in the Vanquish VS410 Pro. This is a super forward and super low motor design transmission, which is kind of the heart of the new VS410 Pro. VS410 Pro has the plastic chassis braces that you see in the VS410 chassis kit that was released a couple of weeks ago. So super nice and rigid with some molded in details there. There are specific sliders included with the VS410 Pro to fit the new Origin half cab body. The half cab body is basically the same with the interior cab section and forward, but obviously the rear part of it has got a truck style or half cab style design. But if you have interior details or accessories, kits or things like that, they should fit right in the new Origin half cab interior. The new VS410 Pro also has a new F9 offset front axle and an F9 rear axle. The VFD transmission does have overdrive built in out of the box and is ready to accept a new dig unit. The new dig unit will be ready at the time of release as well. The new F9 axles are of course a machined aluminum axle, and inside you'll find chromoly axle shafts and aluminum knuckles as you're used to seeing. The steering angle on those knuckles has been greatly increased, and the approach and departure angle have both been increased by the addition of high clearance plastic tube style bumpers. You'll see the full release information and videos on that very soon. The retail price on that's going to be $749. And speaking of releases from Vanquish, last Friday the VS410 offset Dana 44 style Currie rock jocks were released separately. Those were the axles that were originally included under the last VS410, and those now available separately for your custom builds. Ideally those are meant for a VS410 chassis, as you do want a high clearance chassis for an offset axle like that, just to make sure you have plenty of clearance for the panhard. You can check all of the details out on those axles in the links in the description below. And that pretty much wraps up the topics for this week. Let's finish off this week again with another question. Last week we talked about brushed versus brushless. It definitely still leaned to most people running brushed in these type of trucks, and I think that makes sense and kind of what I was expecting. I noticed that a lot of people are starting to go to brushless and really enjoying it, but the investment side, it's hard to beat a brushed motor, and it totally makes sense. But for this week's question, we're gonna move to batteries. Are most of you still using a 2S LiPo, or are many of you going to a 3S or possibly higher? Even with a lot of people running brushed motors, 3S is still a huge power benefit over a 2S, but I know that 2S is very common and a lot of people just had those batteries from previous RCs and things like that, but it seems like most electronics now are easily accepting 3S, and it's such a huge performance gain over a 2S pack. So I'll be interested to see, are you a 2S, a 3S, or higher? And then maybe how many people are still running nickel metal packs? I'm assuming not many at this day and age, just because of how affordable LiPos have been, and even when they can seem kind of scary, you can take very basic precautions and be pretty safe with LiPo. So the safety side should be pretty easy to get past, but no matter what, love to hear what your comments are. And again, I'll throw up one of those little boxes up there in the corner in case you just want to click a button rather than comment, but I'd love to hear your comments. But with that, guys, it's going to wrap up this video. Hit the like button if you enjoy these videos. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell so you see the Scale News update as soon as it gets uploaded. Appreciate all of your guys' support. I hope you have an awesome rest of the week. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.